Welcome back to Clubhouse Chronicles, where the Central Illinois music scene gets loud, proud, and unfiltered. I'm Twitt, your host with the most ready to spin you the stories, the sounds, and the struggles behind the bands making waves right here in your backyard. Clubhouse Chronicles is the official podcast of Broken Record Music Club, your favorite independent record label, bringing you music for whatever you're going through. With that, let's buckle on up, because this isn't just a podcast, it's your front row ticket to the heart of your indie music scene. Today, we're introducing the newest members to the Broken Record Music Club roster, and I'm so excited for you guys to get to know them. I've been so excited to start sharing their music and, just to be working with them. They're an alternative band coming out of Champaign, Illinois, with some real bangers. We'll get into their first album, but some of the stuff on this next project, Zoo Wee Mama. But I'm talking about Motus Band with members Trent LaFrance, Jackson Weaver, Judah Lopez, and Aaron Scott. Welcome to the Clubhouse, guys. What's going on?
Hey, bud. How are you doing,
Tyler?
Tyler?
Intro.
Like we haven't been hanging out a little bit before the recording started. We were just
never experienced something like that.
For those of you that didn't get the privilege of being with us before we started recording, we got into a little bit of a snack off between the band. Jackson pulled out some Mott's fruit snacks, and Aaron went and got the good old Scooby-Doos.
Scooby-Doo.
And Trent toasted up some Uncrustables, and Judah's eating peanut butter and Nutella. We got it all going on. You guys just want to fucking jump into this or what?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We're into it. We're in the thick of it, like KSI.
Alrighty, buddy.
And that's a wrap. We're good. So we'll start at the beginning of your music journeys. How did each of you get into music, and then what finally brought you all together as the band?
I've always been doing music, kind of forever. I've always done something with music. Judah and I, whenever I first moved to Hayworth, had a little kind of band going on where we tried things out. If you remember that, do you remember that, Judah?
Aaron, that was a day, and I got homesick and threw up on my house that night. That was not a band, dude.
Hey, we were trying. We had a guitar. We had drums. Okay, we were trying. We were like, that was like second grade, maybe. Just always doing music. And then by the time we got into high school is when I started taking things more seriously. And then I got involved with Trent, and Trent and I started doing a lot of music together.
Yeah, we had like a sociology class together.
Mm-hmm.
And I just like had this random ass rap about birthday cake and eating some cake. And I showed it to Aaron. And he was like, oh, yeah, that's sick. And he's like, actually, we're starting a band. And he had it originally created. It was called Gear Shift.
Yeah.
Was the name of the band.
Yeah.
And it was with a buddy named Kyle was joined after. But it was originally Aaron and this guy named Connor is how Gear Shift started. And then Kyle joined and then I joined. And then Kyle and I wanted to do our own thing. So we made Motus Band. So, like, unfortunately, Kyle, he's no longer with us, rip. But
he's not dead. He's not dead.
He's not dead.
He has,
He's
yeah.
insane.
We love Kyle. But yeah, that's how Motus Band started. Was just two guys and two guitars, and then it became this whole band.
Where did the name Motus come from? I've always wondered this.
I wanted something that like made sense and was like, but just kind of easy to remember. And Motus sounds nice. And I just wanted to be something different. So I just looked up what emotional was in Latin. And emotional in Latin is motus. It also means like moving, like emotionally, like moving. Motus means that. So yeah, so Motus Band, just emotional band. If you're
emo band.
Perfect. Well, Judah, you were a little quiet up there. How did you get your start in music?
So I used to do band. I used to play trumpet, but my teacher said my B flats were wrong in junior high, so I quit. But then class in college just because I needed some credits. But then Trent one day came over to my house. He said he was like playing his guitar, and then he was like, Judah, learn this. And then he just left it at my house. And then like a month later, he was like, Aaron was like, learn some bass. And that's it. I'm in the band. That's literally what it was.
He was originally a part of Moon Inc. And it's kind of something that we created. We had all sorts of artists that were a part of Moon Inc. And he was our digital design guy, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
He started as our digital design guy, and then we were like, well, we need somebody for bass for this band that we have. And no one wants to play bass, but Judah is bass master. He's Zen bass man. He just fits the bill. He is that guy. Little zesty.
Someone's got to do it, man. Someone's got to do it.
Got to do it.
He learned so fast, and it kind of pissed me off.
Yeah, he really did. He's really a smart guy.
It's like, I've been playing bass for longer, and now you're better than me in like a month.
Well, I locked in, dude. I listen. I'm like,
he's got long monkey fingers, and he's. I think that's what it is.
But yeah, no. Before that, in Moon Inc., I did design, and I also do promote too. I'm also just a design guy, so the cover arts, visualizers and stuff. Not the music videos though. We always outsource those, but socials and stuff. That's pretty much me. But yeah, music videos we always outsource those.
Brad. Shout out, Brad.
Yeah, shout out, Brad. Shout out, Brad.
Big shout out to Brad. Music videos are sweet.
Yes.
So, Jackson, what about you?
So I didn't join the band until last summer. So I've only been with Motus for almost a year now, which is kind of crazy. It hasn't really felt like a year. But I got into music. I started playing guitar 2.5 years ago. And ever since then, I've just kind of been all about making my own songs. And yeah, luckily found Motus to help me do that more. It's been fun.
You guys, the people out there listening to this right now have no idea like what's sitting in the shared Google Drive that we have. Some real bangers right out of Jackson's little brain over there. So fire. So you guys got together as a band and did your thing, and then in 2023, it looked like you all started to play shows together, and then you dropped your first single, Kiss from Neptune, in 2024. How did it finally feel to put music out there for people to listen to?
You have no idea how long I was like trying to get together. It was so years it took for us to like actually do stuff. This because we were doing so many other things along with that. And then while we had Kyle, love Kyle, he did not have the time to put into the band. And so that ended up becoming a huge problem and roadblock for a while. But oh my God, it was so good to finally put something out.
I don't think it was until like 2023 that we started taking it kind of serious. I was a little bit of a rapper at the beginning of all this. So yeah, we had that phase.
Yep. And he's coming back. He will.
He still spits.
Yeah.
He still spits.
There's some old just like demos that I'm like, I just want to throw these out there, just see how they do. Just why not?
What's your rap name?
Jiba. No, Jibba.
Jibba.
Love Jibba. I got Jibba merch too. It's great.
I'm actually wearing the Jibba hat right now.
Holy shit.
That's wild.
It's valid. It's valid.
That's fire.
Well, that was our thing that we did.
What? Just making the hats?
A lot of the rap stuff was like quarantine was where we like really went into that.
Oh, okay. Damn. So what brought you from rap? Because I know Aaron is really big in producing and he does a lot of work with rappers and stuff. But what got you to this genre then?
I think it was definitely, I feel like it's definitely me. It was definitely me telling Aaron, like, I want to do more band stuff. I'm making more songs with my guitar. I kind of want to go down that route instead, just because, you're a middle-class white guy, writing raps is not going to get me too far. And I always like going to the shows, and I felt like everybody just really loved the live music more. Shout out Citrus Soul. We saw them, and we were in a competition with them to go play at this festival. And the whole reason they blew us out of the water is because they had the live music. They had the guitar, the drums, and the cover, the Beatles, So that we would be better in that sense of going down that avenue instead of me just trying to spit bars.
And we had always listened to like everything pretty much. Like we're both really big into rap, but also really big into alternative and indie music. Those are our two worlds that we kind of live in always, go back and forth. Trent's a huge Mac Miller fan. You can see that in the background. And
Trent loves Mac Miller. Trent loves Mac Miller.
Mac did a similar thing where he had his Circles album, which was more indie too. It's just, we love all music and being creative. And so this is just another way that we can do that. And it's another music that we love along with rap.
I didn't even really know that before we started working together. That you dabbled so much in rap, but Mac Miller's the best role model for it. He's a fucking goat. R.I.P.
Yeah, really.
So you're going down this new path and a new genre, and you release your first album, which is self-titled Motus Band. Tell everyone a little bit about the project and the creative process you guys had when you were writing the whole thing.
It's all Trent.
Yeah, that's all Trent.
It's literally just like Trent.
I wasn't even there yet.
Yeah.
I was
Jackson has no idea. Jackson has no idea.
Jackson was there for like the ending and the final touches, but
Yeah.
Well, Jackson has like two. I know Jackson's on Junk Mail.
I'm on Junk Mail and I think and
Intoxicated.
Intoxicated.
yeah,
I feel like it was definitely kind of up in the air. I don't think we had, or I had, like a solid idea up until we started getting closer to that time. And it became more of like a group effort of picking the songs that we wanted on there. I think it's a good first one, but I always think we can do better. I like our new ones that are coming out.
Of course.
I think we just
that's what you hope for, though.
Trent is a songwriting machine, and so most of those were like Trent started in his room and then brought it to us to like flesh out our parts and fill it out more. And then he would bring it to my studio, which I had in my mom's basement at that time, and that was so much fun. Recorded that all there for the most part. We did like final touches whenever I got into this apartment.
new tools come about, this and that. We're gonna be re-recording some of those songs, and hopefully that they come out a lot better and a lot more how we envision them. But I think it's a great listen. Motus Band, it's on Spotify and all platforms. Give it a listen.
All platforms.
Yes, definitely give it a listen. Some of my personal favorite is Junk Mail. Kiss from Neptune's as a close second, but Junk Mail, man, that I was so excited the first time going to see you guys live. I was like praying that you guys did it, and
Always.
sure enough,
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's
such a banger, dude.
Junk Mail is
Can't
so
wait. That's the one that we're gonna wait. Can I say that or no?
Yeah, that's the one we're gonna re-record.
That's the one we're gonna redo.
Mail
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
yes, and the new version will sound fuller. Like I think I told you guys this after the show. I was like, because you did you added something extra to it,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh wow, I wasn't expecting it to keep going because I'm used to the version that's on Spotify, Apple Music, and they're like, yeah, we're working on redoing it. I'm like, perfect, like couldn't ask for anything else. Like it's such a good listen. Go listen to the whole EP, but Junk Mail is like a must listen if you're looking for stuff.
It's a
Add
banger.
more changes.
Banger.
Okay.
That's the song that I listened to, and I was like, I need to be in this band. Like that was the song where I was like, that and Kiss from Neptune, but Junk Mail, yeah, that was the song. Where I was like,
I never knew that.
yeah.
Never knew that. That's crazy. Damn. We had sent him just a folder of like all of our demos. A bunch of them we don't even play. I have never played. So sent him a bunch of demos and was like, learn all of these.
We don't even play our second biggest song live.
Well, you never know. We'll see what happens in the next couple months, but who knows? One thing that I've always wondered about the self-titled album though is why is the cover art the way it is? Whose idea was
It's me and Aaron. It was me and Aaron effort, all right? Me and Aaron, mom's garage. His mom. All right, we're out there, dabbling in some wizardry. I'm pretty sure I was. And we were just thinking cover arts, and what was I thinking? Aaron, did you say something, or was I just spitballing ideas?
I was like, well, we're trying to go into like the like kind of there's some like more pop punk and Midwest emo influences that we were trying to go towards more.
Oh,
And so I thought of like Blink 182 and them doing their concerts when they were just naked and stuff, and I was like, we can get Trent naked.
yeah, I was thinking of the "What's My Name Again" video specifically, where they run around.
Yeah.
But I was thinking also something a bit just like eye catching too. That was the main thing. That's what I always say when I think of the cover art. There's something that also sums up this like the vibe of what like the song is.
Well,
But I'm thinking Trent naked.
I think they ended up coming up to me like pitching the idea, and they're like, we're thinking of getting you naked. I think they said it originally as a joke, but I was like, yeah, hey, let's
Yeah,
do
you were
it.
so.
Let's do it.
And
And
then we're like,
I
people.
don't know if it was me who pitched the idea of having a mirror and like holding it down there and like being able to have the clouds in the background. Because at the time, Waiting was like our big one that we were releasing, our big single that we really loved, and the visualizer for that's clouds and stuff, and that's very much our vibe of Moon Ink is like that vibe of chilling out in the sun or just relaxing or cracking a cold one, and yeah, I was like, let's just get naked. And why not a heart shaped mirror, because we're a Motus Band, that's our logo.
Okay. I'm about to say, okay, so they were trying to pitch the cloud, but I told them that was a dumb idea, right? They just said it was a cloud. No, we're like the heart is our logo. I don't understand this cloud
Heart.
thing.
Much better idea. We were thinking Cloud Mirror for a little bit.
It's just because for Waiting the clouds and for the profile picture there's clouds in the background, which I get, but come on, the heart. It had to be the heart. I was hard pitching the heart. I was like, come on, guys, please.
I still have the heart mirror. It's hanging up.
The album cover does everything they just described pretty much. If you haven't seen it, go look at it. But it definitely catches your eye. Like you can't really look away.
My grandpa saw it for the first time, and he was like, "Oh, you're naked." I was like, yeah.
I love the look on Trent's face too for it. It's just
just
so funny.
just locked
It's so
in.
funny.
I could feel the breeze. Feel good. But
It was chilly out. It was chilly out.
it was.
It was.
And mind you, we had like all the girlfriends on the back porch. We were out back.
Meredith was like, "What?
Hey,
We were
Why
like,
is
get
Trent
naked! Get naked! And Adam, he's like, I don't want. Well, guys, I don't know, man.
Moving on to your latest release, "Keep Dancing on the Moon" is a song that I think really captures everything I love about you guys as a band. Like from Trent's vocals in it, they're so like raw, and you could feel the emotion in them. And then there's the awesome guitar swells and the bass and the drums keeping everything like going. You posted that specific song was about your girlfriends. So what does this song mean to each of you? Even if it's beyond the girlfriend thing, like whatever. But what does it mean to you? Because it was definitely heartfelt.
Well, not only is our latest single, I think it's our first song that we posted that Jackson and I made together. This is one that him and I put our minds together, and like, not only do I love my girlfriend so much, but the song means so much. It just shows like how good next songs are gonna be. They're really good. Just the fact that when Jackson and I get together, we cook, we chef up, great. And I think it's a perfect Motu song, because one thing I always said when I had it, and I told Kyle, I always want room for the solo. I want a guitar solo every single song. I want one. Fortunately, that's not how it always is, but every song I wanted a guitar solo, where we're able to hit that, and that means a lot. And it just shreds too. Jackson just gets it. When a guy gets it on guitar, he gets it, and it's pretty sexy.
Good word to describe it.
This song means like so much to me, because it's like the first thing that I've ever put out that was like mine. Like it was my riff. That was like one of the first riffs that I played during our practice, like one of our first practices in Aaron's new apartment with the new studio set up. And yeah, just to see the progression of how because we still have those demos we can go listen to.
Yeah.
Like just how it started and what it is now is it's crazy. And that it means, I don't know if the message in there it's a good message. Like, love your girlfriend, pretty much. Trent cooked that one up for sure.
For all of us, our girlfriends definitely keep us in check really well. And they really do help keep us all grounded, for sure. And we definitely needed to commemorate that.
Because they're just as invested in this as we are.
Well,
which-
okay. One thing I need to add for "Keep Dancing on the Moon" is "Keep Dancing on the Moon" was "keep" was the initial letter K, was for Kira, Jackson's girlfriend. "Keep Dancing," the D is for Darian, is for Darian's girlfriend. And then
Oh my God.
for Meredith is for Meredith. So it was like we incorporated that. The name of it, the first letters of each is shout out to their name. "Keep Dancing on the Moon."
This song, well, I remember when Jackson played it to us. It's like kind of a changing of the band a little bit, obviously with the switch of members and stuff, but also the sound too. I feel like it's just like that that refresh right after the project. The song's also very, it's very intimate, very deep. When that second chorus comes on, your brother tears up sometimes. Can't even lie, dude. Like that. It's emotional. Good. I like it.
That mix and production on it is also some of my
yeah, the mix on it too. If you haven't heard it, go stream it. Motus Band, Spotify, YouTube. It's like band Motus if you go to Instagram. But just stream "Keep Dancing on the Moon." It's a great song. Great mix.
He's in the background that just so good when you notice that. It's so good.
It is great. You should definitely go stream "Keep Dancing on the Moon" by Motus Band. It's available everywhere, so go do that shit. We're gonna move on, but you guys are the newest addition to the label. So I've been so excited to have you, and I feel like I've been talking about you guys in most of the episodes since we've announced, because I'm so excited. Kind of give your perspective on joining the team. Like it's really weird because normally, like, I've had a lot of people from Pretzel Records on, and I asked them about their process, but I've never asked one of my artists. How was the process for you guys and the decision to join the team?
We all just collectively wanted to take this to the next step in general. We want to bring this as far as we can. We wanted to expand our reach. We've seen what you were doing. And so I went ahead and reached out and was like, yeah, this is it. And we've been so excited to work and just expand our reach and do so much more and take it even more serious than we have been.
I think definitely what made me sold on it, because I was kind of weird about signing the contract and stuff, was just what you could do for us with the whole marketing aspect. I mean, and even then, you're just proving to me more that you really do care about this and you do care about the marketing, and that's kind of your strong suit. You got these jack of all trades and then you're master or something. I really think you got this marketing down, your ideas of it and the direction you want to go. I think it's going to be fun. I think we're going to get a lot of views.
Already, you have helped us become so much more focused.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
That's good.
More and more locked in, and it's so exciting.
Being locked in is in for 2025. Just
Yes.
nonstop. It feels like this year.
Always locked in. Never unlocked.
Lock the fuck in.
Yeah, I just like that you can get our lyrics on Spotify whenever we swing into you. So that's nice. That was a big plus for me.
The only reason he signed was that.
Only reason, dude. Get those lyrics on time. Just pay, bro. That's crazy.
Little does Judah know that you can do it all on your own if you really wanted to.
Really wanted to, but we gotta pay, man.
Well, like I said, I am so excited for what we've been talking about, what we've been working on, and like the big theme throughout this episode has been like, oh yeah, we're so locked in. We're locked in on top of locked in, and there's big things coming is like the stereotypical artist thing. Big things coming soon, which is going to be another album. I'm okay to say it. There's a whole nother Motus album coming soon. Before we get there, because we're still pretty early. We're not revealing too much of our hand here. But what do you guys want to tell people about the album right now, especially what they can expect with the project? Because, like I said, there's already some fucking heaters on this one.
I think I'll just drop the name I-95. Be ready for it. I think it's gonna blow up the charts. We're gonna get top 100 with it.
I-95.
Some big words there, Trent.
Yeah, big words. Big flips.
Dream big.
There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with setting a goal.
Be ready to hear Jackson's voice as well. His beautiful pipes on our songs, finally.
I will say this, that without giving up like too much about our next album. With this next one, a lot of our self-titled one was a lot of my songs. I think all of them are mine. There's a cover on there. This one, I really wanted it to be like follow after the Beatles in a way, and let Jackson have like so many of his songs, and let Judah have a song on there, and if Aaron wrote a song, I would love to be open to letting that one on too. Like, but this, I want all of our music on there. It's a band. I want everybody to have their shining point, and when they show a family member or somebody they care about, hey, this is something I made. This is a part of what I made on here. I have 3 songs on this 10-song album, whatever it is. But just so that they can hold it within them and like love it as more and love it as much as I love it.
Such a great way to go about it. And I think it's a real testament to like who you guys are as a band, because when we had our very first meeting, we sit down and we do like an audience sheet. We try to figure out who Motus Band is, who their audience is. All that's great stuff that you're supposed to do. But one of the things that always stood out to me was like, we want people to know that we're all like, we're friends. Like we hang out. That's a big part of what Motus is our friendship. And I think that is just, it's so awesome. It's so awesome to see. No doubt in my mind, it'll show on the album, like the songs that Jackson's been writing. Zooey mama, man. Zooey mama.
Zooey mama for sure.
Besides the album that we're teasing very lightly, what else is on the horizon for Motus Band in 2025?
I will say I think we want to do some just pop-up shows. I think we just want to play on the street. What do you call that again?
Busking.
Busking.
We want to do some busking. It sounds Alaskan. We want to do some busking.
Look forward to a lot more shows from us.
And I think we want to start doing some more like acoustic stuff of like that we've already released.
Mhm.
Maybe doing a little session with Weft. I think that'd be fun.
Oh yeah, shout out Weft. We love
Yes,
Weft.
Yes, sir.
I love Weft too. They're fucking awesome. They're one of the only stations in Central Illinois that's playing independent artists in the scene. So support them. They need equipment actually right now. So they're fundraising a little bit. They only have a little bit left to reach their goal. So if you're feeling generous, go help out Weft. Well, I'm so excited for everything that you have coming. Obviously, I'm at an advantage compared to everyone listening right now because I know what you guys are going to be doing. But keep your eyes peeled for Motus out on the town, just out and about, playing some fucking jams. So be ready for it. But as we're coming to the end of our little interview here, and the last 2 questions are more so about the scene than you guys as a band. So each of you, I hope, will answer these individually, but we'll kick it off with the easier of the 2 questions. So what is your favorite part about the Central Illinois music scene?
The mosh pits. That shit's been so much fun. We were at one and Trent picked up Jackson first, and then Jackson picked up Trent, and I just hear Trent screaming.
That was a fun night. That was a fun night.
Treehouse. I think that was the first time we had played Keep Dancing too. Was that night?
Yeah. Yep.
I love it for the amount of energy. I just feel like every time we go out, it's always a good crowd. I think everybody's just really excited to hear music when they go out. They got the drinks in them, and the weed's legal, and everybody just having a great time. Cigarettes smoking, vapes are ripping.
Yeah, I was about to say the best part of the scene is the beer. Always having access to a drink when I'm on stage. I'll be commanding people to get me free drinks while I'm playing. Like it's great. It's honestly great, if I'm being honest. They just love local talent and they keep us refreshed.
There's also just so much creativity in the scene as well that you just see at every show. How much passion there is for music here is insane.
Yeah, it's crazy. The various different bands like having their own little followings. Like for outsiders, I'm sure it seems a little odd because you're so used to just like these big mega stars with a bunch of fans and stuff. But then like you come to a scene like Champaign and you realize that there's a bunch of people showing out for, you know, Motus Band or for Manifest West or for Liz Allen. Like it's a really, really cool thing that this scene offers. So I'm glad you guys are a part of it.
I also just appreciate like how massive it is. I didn't realize this because I've lived in Bloomington my whole life, but like it's just huge. It's nice.
Yeah.
You can play a show every weekend if you wanted to. If you had the people.
There's like three or four house venues in Champaign alone, and then there's 2 or 3 in Bloomington. So, and whatever is in Peoria, I'm not entirely sure what all is in Peoria, but I know it's there. So it is massive. I'll fucking double down with you, Jackson. It's a fucking massive scene. Yeah. We're gonna move on to our last question, but it's arguably the hardest one that I'm gonna ask you tonight. Now, our last guest, Effie Peach, she said that it wasn't that hard. She had an answer right away, but I'm calling bullshit on her. I think it's actually a hard question. So here it is. Who's your favorite current artist or band in the Central Illinois music scene?
The occasion, we love them.
Occasion is fine.
The occasion. Boom,
Monarch.
The whole point is we worked with them at Dairy Queen. Aaron, Judah, and I, we worked at the lead singer and the lead guitarist with that Dairy Queen. We love those boys.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome.
I forgot their name. What was that band? They played a cover of Take On Me. That's my favorite band, but I forgot their name, and I haven't been able to find them since. But shout out them, whoever you are. They were fire.
Mulch is mine for sure. I was brain farting. I really like Mulch.
Shout out our label mates, Jenny Scara and Monarch.
Yeah, for sure.
For real.
So fire.
Jenny goes crazy. She plays all
Mouse
the
Pad.
stuff.
The band as well.
Yeah, Mousepad the band.
The boys in the band.
The
Yeah.
Bears, like the Bears.
The band. Yeah. I say that.
They go,
Oh,
and-
no, Bears
oh,
Club.
the Bears. Jackson, I'm going to try to find who this is so that you know.
It's either
Yeah.
True Combo or
Yeah.
from
True combo. That's it.
Dude,
Yeah.
me and Jackson that whole night while they were playing, were looking at the chords that they were playing. Jackson literally looks at me and goes, dude, look at his hands. Bro just starts staring at him as he's playing. It was just like all open tuning. It was all really
Yeah.
weird tunings.
They sounded sick though.
Except for Take On Me, that was for sure in standard.
Treehouse always just has the best lineups.
Shout out to former guest Austin Corley, who's a part of the Treehouse and does a fucking killer job with all the bills that and the shows that he puts on. That place gets fucking after it. And I can't wait to go to a show there. I still haven't been, but
Oh, they
dude,
upgrading their like visual stuff with it too. It's so good
that's sick.
every time.
Like I said, guys, that was our last question. I guess that question is a lot easier than I have always said it was. So maybe Effie wasn't bullshitting me. So shout out Effie Peach and Screaming Mimes, but it is what it is. We're gonna keep these questions the same because I think they're good to get answers to.
There's just so many bands around here though. So
It can get tricky. There's so many. But thank you guys for coming out and to chatting with me tonight and telling everyone a bit about your band. I'm glad everyone got to learn a little bit more about Motus Band and the music that we're working on and the music that's already out. So be sure to keep up with Broken Record Music Club's newest edition, Motus Band, on Instagram and YouTube at Band Motus. Yes, it's backwards. You can spell Motus Motus. Their YouTube has some music videos from their self-titled album. You can check out along with some live performances, some Tiny Desk content, if you will. Some of them are newer songs that you might see later on a later project. Who knows? You can also give them a follow over on TikTok at Motus Band, regular spelling for Motus Band there. And just like that, that's our show. You've been hanging out with Clubhouse Chronicles, where the sounds are hot, the stories are hotter, and the vibes absolutely off the charts. Don't forget, hit us up at our new spot on Instagram at Club Chron Pod for all the updates, news, and more on this podcast. For all things Broken Record Music Club related, we're still over at Broken Record Music Club on all social media platforms. So check us out and our artists and the cool things we're up to. Crazy thing is, Motus Band is one of our artists. So whether you like it or not, if you follow Broken Record Music Club, you're going to see Motus. So I recommend giving us a follow. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you, first and foremost. There's not a whole lot of you out there, but we appreciate every single one of you. While you're watching, though, if you could like and subscribe, that would be really cool. Don't need you to hit the bell or anything. Just it really helps the channel. We have some more content coming up on our YouTube this month. We're releasing Jenny Scarra's music videos onto our channel. There'll also be a radio interview that Jenny did about a month ago. We're putting that up there. We're going to try to get her WEFT session up there as well. So we have stuff coming out on our YouTube. So just be sure to keep your eyes peeled for that. But until next time, keep it loud, keep it proud, and remember, Central Illinois is where the music magic happens. Peace.